Yo, what's up, my Israelite brothers and sisters? This your boy, y'all's chosen one. How y'all guys doing today? Hope y'all doing good. We're gonna continue in the book of Jasher. We in chapter 67. We left off last time with verse 36. So we're gonna take it from there. Hope you gain wisdom with the power of Yah and His wisdom and understanding. Please come down upon us and give us this wisdom and understanding to help us understand. All right, Yah. Your son shall Hoshua's name. All right, here we go. Verse 36. And they requested of him to supplicate for them, and he prayed to Yah for them. And Yah was entreated of him, and he healed them. Okay. All right, so let's see where we're coming from the last time. Oh, this is when Balaam was talking back to the king. Wait a minute. Is Balaam speaking here? Ruel and Job, I think, are talking to this king. All right. Jacob also, the plain man, was delivered through his integrity from the hand of his brother Esau, and the hand of Laban the Syrian, whose mother's brother, who sought his life, likewise from the hand of all the kings of Canaan, who had come together against him and his children to destroy them. And Yah delivered them out of their hands, that they turned upon them and smote them. For who had ever stretched forth his hand against them with impunity? Surely Pharaoh, the former, thy father's father, raised Joseph, the son of Jacob, above all the princes of the land of Egypt, when he saw his wisdom, for through his wisdom he rescued all the inhabitants of the land from the famine, after which he ordered Jacob and his children to come down to Egypt, in order that they, through their virtue, the land of Egypt and the land of Goshen might be delivered from the famine. Okay, so we have these counselors, they're talking to the Pharaoh, and they're talking about, what they should do to the Israelites. Now therefore, if it seem good in thine eyes, cease from destroying the children of Israel. But if it be not thy will that they shall dwell in Egypt, send them forth from here, and that they may go to the land of Canaan, the land where their ancestors sojourned. So this guy's giving pretty good advice to the Pharaoh. You don't want to mess with them Hebrews, because their God will destroy your tail, and you don't want no piece of that. So either let them go, or treat them well. Let them go or treat them well. If I were you, I'd just let them go. And when Pharaoh heard the words of Jethro, he was very angry with him, so that he rose with shame from the king's presence, and went to Midian, his land, and took Joseph's stick with him. Joseph's stick with him. What is this stick? Which son did Jacob love the most? Wasn't Judah. And as you've been reading Jasher, you know of this stick, this baton. This is going to come in play. The reason why I'm saying this is because this is going to come in play. All right? This stick, this baton, this rod. This guy has it. It's the same rod that was passed down from generation to generation. As we will begin reading Jasher. I haven't seen that movie, what's that movie, Noah, yet. But, this stick, it's going to be the same stick that performed these miracles. And as we've been reading Jasher, now you know what this stick really is. You see it in all these movies, but now you know what it is. And the king said to Job the Uzite, what sayest thou, Job, and what is thy advice respecting the Hebrews? So Job said to the king, behold, all the inhabitants of the land are in thy power. Let the king do as it seems good in his eyes. And the king said unto Balaam, What dost thou say, Balaam? Speak thy word that we may hear it. And Balaam said to the king, Oh, of all that the king has counseled against the Hebrews will they be delivered, and the king will not be able to prevail over them with any counsel. Alright, so Balaam was a sorcerer, remember? So even Balaam is telling them that. For if thou thinkest to lessen them by the flaming fire, thou cannot prevail over them. For surely their power delivered Abraham their father from Ur of the Chaldeans. And if thou thinkest to destroy them with a sword, surely Isaac their father was delivered from it, and a ram was placed in his stead. And if with hard and rigorous labor thou thinkest to lessen them, thou wilt not prevail even in this. For their father Jacob served Laban in all manner of hard work and prospered. And you see how this is individual things, but as a people, we do have a power, man. And one day, we're going to learn to bring this power out. We're going to bring this power out one day. Because when the Most High executes judgment on the planet, he's going to use us, Israelites, to do it. You are special in his eye. And I think even here while we on this earth, man, we have this power. I really do think so. There's a reason why they want to keep us away from all this stuff, because there's a way to harness this. They don't know how to harness it because it's in every Hebrew. But we have that power. We can harness that power somehow. And I'm going to find out. For if thou, okay, and if it, all right, now therefore, O king, hear my words. For this is the counsel which is counseled against them, by which thou wilt prevail over them, and from which thou shouldest not depart. If it please the king, let him order all their children which shall be born from this day forward to be thrown into the water. For by this canst thou wipe away their name, for none of them, nor of their fathers, were tried in this manner. Which is true. None. Yep, none. That's never happened. And the king heard the words of Balaam, and the thing pleased the king and the princes. And the king did according to the word of Balaam. See, that's why I hate you, you stupid Egyptologists. This is what you believe in. You have this sorcerer Balaam telling you Egyptologists, you Egypt fools, buffoons, to throw infants in the water. Babies in the water. This is Egypt. This is you stupid Egyptologist idiots. And the king ordered a proclamation to be issued and a law to be made throughout the land of Egypt, saying, every male child born to the Hebrews from this day forth shall be thrown into the water. They're going to abort these babies outright. It's murder. They're going to murder these babies. And that's why I can't stand Egyptologists, man. I can't stand anybody who has to deal with Egyptology. You need to read a little bit more instead of your Book of the Dead and all that stupidity, all that vanity. It's stupidness. And Pharaoh called unto all his servants, saying, go now and seek throughout the land of Goshen, where the children of Israel are, and see that every son born to the Hebrews shall be cast into the river, but every daughter you shall let live. And when the children of Israel heard this thing which Pharaoh had commanded, to cast their male children to the river, some of the people separated from their wives, and others adhered to them. And from that day forward, when the time of delivery arrived to those women of Israel who had remained with their husbands, they went to the field to bring forth that. They went to the field to bring forth their child, and they brought forth in the field and left their children upon the field and returned home. And Yah, who has sworn to their ancestors to multiply them, sent one of his ministering Malachim, or Malaks, which are in heaven, to wash each child in water, to anoint and swathe it, and put it into the hands 2 smooth stones, from one which is suckled milk, and from the other honey. And he caused its hair to grow to its knees, by which it might cover itself, to comfort it, and to cleave to it, through his compassion for it. Let's paint the picture here, what that looks like. We have this baby. You know, some babies are born with hair, some are born without. But somehow, this baby formed a little cocoon around itself with its hair. The hair served as cocoon, with these two rocks beside him, one giving it milk, one giving it honey. It's like a cocoon. If Yah wants to make something happen, he can make it happen. Two rocks nourish these babies. Honey, milk, nourishment. Hair grew around it, formed a cocoon for the baby. Therefore, keeping the noise down, therefore, since it's in the field, nobody can see it. And when the Most High had compassion over them and had desired to multiply them upon the face of the land, he ordered his earth to receive them, to be preserved therein till the time of their growing up. After which the earth opened its mouth and vomited them forth, and they sprouted forth from the city like the herb of the earth and the grass of the forest. And they returned each to his family and to his father's house, and they remained with him. Now, completely out of a sci-fi movie right there. Okay? Completely out of a sci-fi movie right there. That is unfathomable to our brains. It's like Mother Earth was nourishing the kids, because we're from the dirt anyway. You know, we're living souls. So Mother Earth was nourishing these human babies. You know, normally it nourishes like the plants and herbs of the field and stuff, and nourishes you too, because you get your produce and everything from it. But this time, the earth was nourishing these babies outright, like a mother. And the babes of the children of Israel were upon the earth like the herb of the field, through the Most High's grace to them. And when all the Egyptians saw this thing, they went forth, each to his field, with his yoke of oxen and his plowshares. And they plowed it up as one plows the earth at seed time. And when they plowed, they were unable to hurt the infants of the children of Israel. So the people increased and waxed exceedingly. And Pharaoh ordered his officers daily to go to Goshen to seek for the babes of the children of Israel. And when they had sought and found one, they took it from his mother's bosom by force and threw it into the river. But the female child they left with his mother. Thus did the Egyptians do to the Israelite all the days. So you took a baby and you just threw the doggone thing. That's wickedness, man. Just like Edomites used to just cut open our women and let the unborn baby fall, feed it to alligators. You Egyptologists, you Egyptians are no better. You Egyptians are no better. No better. You're filthy, you're vile, and I don't know why you would want to be one. Very, very interesting chapter right there. Definitely some sci-fi things going on. But as you continue to read books like Jasher and Enoch, I don't think there's anything there's a lot of things that aren't being told to us. There's probably a lot of movies that you see on TV that's sci-fi and you think of it as like, you know, yeah, that's weird out, but oh man, there's going to be, like, just like in the days of Noah, there's going to be things that we've never seen before. There's going to be things that we've never even imagined to see before. It's coming because, you know, Esau is starting to do the same things as those fallen Malachim were doing, like splicing genes and mixing DNA with animal and human and weird out things of that nature. So there are things, the Most High said there's things that we've never seen before. We'll never see. So he's the creator of the universe, so I'm sure anything is possible. We only see what our eyes see as flesh. You know, we have this beautiful planet Earth that we're ruining, but You know, it's going to be a new heaven and a new earth. It's going to be a different heaven and different earth, because, you know, all the former things will be gone. So whatever he has planned for us, it's going to be wonderful, man. And I hope that you guys continue to follow the statutes and commandments so you can see the things that's promised and the things that is given to you if you stay with his statutes and commandments, man. I love you guys, man. And surely a very interesting chapter right there. All right, shalom.